India's major cities are witnessing a growing wave of reverse migration as an escalating energy crisis pushes thousands of migrant workers to leave urban centers and return to their hometowns. Railway stations across the country are unusually crowded. Platforms are packed with families, daily wage earners, and laborers carrying bags and basic belongings. Trains are overflowing, waiting halls are full, and long queues for tickets stretch across stations.
थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम हो गया गैस के कारण क्योंकि पहले कुछ का रेट मतलब 100 रुपया था अब सीधा 500 हो गया लेबर आदमी हूँ तो कहाँ से मैं हम लोग कर सकते हैं तो इसीलिए गांव जाना पड़ रहा है ना
This surge is not linked to festivals or seasonal travel. It is being driven by economic distress. At the core of the situation is a sharp spike in energy prices, especially cooking gas. For low-income households, the cost of liquefied petroleum gas has risen dramatically, making it increasingly difficult to afford even basic daily needs. What was once manageable has now become a financial burden, forcing many to reconsider their ability to survive in cities. The crisis is also visible at distribution points where long lines have formed for gas cylinders. Even those who can afford the higher prices are facing supply challenges, adding another layer of uncertainty to daily life. Urban industries that rely heavily on migrant labor are beginning to feel the strain.
कारोबार हम लोग का गांव में भी ऐसा कुछ है नहीं कि हम लोग कुछ कर सकते हैं। अब जो भी सहारा हमारे है तो यहीं से है। अब ये काम धाम है ही नहीं है तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं। अब लास्ट में मजबूरी में हम लोग देख रहे हैं इधर उधर धक्के खाते हैं फिर अब मतलब गैस वैसे ही महंगा हो रहा है। कारोबार हमारा है ही नहीं है तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं, बहुत मजबूर हैं।
Factories and small-scale units, including garment workshops, continue to operate, but with a workforce that is increasingly anxious and uncertain. Workers who remain are caught between rising living costs in cities and limited opportunities in their native places. This unfolding situation is closely linked to global developments. The ongoing conflict in the Middle East has disrupted energy supply chains, pushing up fuel prices internationally. As a major energy importer, India is directly affected, with rising costs being passed down to consumers. Authorities have initiated steps to stabilize the situation, including increasing domestic production and securing additional fuel supplies from global markets. However, the impact at the ground level remains severe, particularly for economically vulnerable populations. Experts warn that if the crisis continues, it could have far-reaching consequences. Urban economies may slow down due to labor shortages, while rural areas could face increased pressure from returning populations with limited employment options. Inflationary pressures are also expected to rise, affecting both city and village households. The scenes unfolding at railway stations reflect a larger economic shift, one where survival is taking precedence over opportunity. The migration underway is not driven by choice, but by necessity, highlighting the fragile balance between global events and everyday life for millions.